The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing.
It's time for Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, toss right side. He's got a good block. He's got a clear lane, and it's touchdown time in Texas. Handoff left side Griffin. He's got the 45. He's got the 40. Dragging him into the 38-yard line.
Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Cavender Home Theater, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Kiri's Coffee Company.
Zach Hudson, you are a gambling maniac.
Howe Bulldog football is also brought to you in part by Tech Wave, Buck Snort Barbecue, Abby's Restaurant, Attorney Micah Belden, and the Howe Athletic Booster Club.
So fourth down in Riverboat Gambler time at the 2-yard line. The Bulldog fans are on their feet. Both sides at full throat. 4th and 2. Barrels over a defender into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now let's go live to the stadium with Monty Walker and Michael Mosier.
Welcome, Muenster, Texas, and it is football time in Texas. We're getting pretty close over here, and we'll be in the red jersey land over here as a this is going to be another tough test for the Howe Bulldogs. Michael Mosier, as the Howe Bulldogs will face the number one
This has been
ranked
a Grayson Publishing presentation.
We heard you, Jay. We heard you. It'll be a matchup of the Howe Bulldogs and the number one ranked in Class 2A Muenster Hornets. Now, Muenster was really good a year ago. They were really young a year ago. They were basically all juniors except for a tremendous senior quarterback. He graduated, but the whole team is basically back, and they are really gearing for a state championship run over here in this area. And I tell you what, tonight last year was a Howe win. It was a hard-fought Howe win. Who they had a homecoming advantage over at their place, but tonight in their land, and it's going to be a little bit different here tonight. It's going to be much more of a dogfight on a much better team in Muenster than even a year ago, and maybe not as good Howe team, but we haven't seen that yet. Coming back from a year ago. So, Michael, it's going to be a pretty good game now.
Yeah, it should be. These Hornets, they're going to put up. They're going to put up a dogfight, but we'll see. They returned a lot of kids, and Howe struggled a little bit, but it's going to be all right.
I think obviously the key to a victory tonight is allowing 0 turnovers.
Yes, got to hold on to the ball.
From a week ago, that was the conversation, and that was the topic, and that was the name of the game against Bowie. Howe turned the ball over 4 times. Yeah. And you just can't do that and expect to win a football game against a team who went 3 deep in the playoffs the year prior. It just doesn't happen. Then on top of that, if you calculate in some very costly penalties, net penalties of about 35 yards on a kickoff return, those things just set you up for failure. I know Coach Hudson's been working on that. Michael Hartsfield's been working on a lot of things, and there's been a lot of changes, and you will see some of those tonight as when the Bulldogs take the field for the first time on offense. We'll kind of get into that a little bit, but it's going to be very different than what we've seen so far in the first 2 games.
Right, and we talked about that last week. If it's not working, he's going to try to fix it, and he's going to make it better. And I'm sure that he's been spent many a late night trying to figure out how to make it better. So.
There's been a few jersey changes on the roster, so we will get you informed with all of that here in the very near future. Justin White is down on the field, our sideline guy. He's way over there at the 20-yard line on the far, or 10-yard line on the far side. We're going to test out that mic and see if he can hear us tonight. Justin, can you hear us? Oh, wait, I got to turn you on. There you go.
Guys, do you have me?
I got you.
All right, we're starting out good here.
So far, so good.
Loud and clear. Man, it's a beautiful night here in Muenster. Just for any of our listeners who would be happen to come to the game, if you come in off, I believe that's Main Street onto 7th Street, it's the stadium on your left. They're both red and white. Sacred Heart is another school in this community that's playing across the street. So if you come over, make sure you're looking at Muenster ISD.
Hey, so Justin, why is that important? What happened?
Actually, I came over next door, went over there, and I was like, man, red and white. It's like, this is a small stadium. This is small town football. And then I looked, and I was like, SH. Who's SH? And then I realized this is the wrong stadium. And then I looked, because Muenster ISD is the building is right across the street. So if you're coming in and you just kind of just go into the first football stadium you see, make sure it's the correct football stadium.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and we've all made that mistake, and they're right here together. And we did a game over there 2 years ago, Michael. Stephen Braswell's with us. We did a game up there. We were actually on the roof.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good night that night. I liked it.
That was Cattle Mills on the roof.
Well, yeah, we were on the roof of the Press Box Cattle Mills, and over here at Sacred Heart. I believe we were outside on the deck, on the film deck.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice. Nights like this, it's okay. I kind of want to be Justin over there and be outside roaming around, because it gets kind of hot and muggy up here in this press box.
Yeah, it feels really good out here. It's about going to get down to about 80 degrees. Got a little bit of a nice 10-mile-an-hour breeze coming through, so feels good out here. They got a nice stadium for a 2A Division or 2 high school. They got great facilities here.
Yeah, they're a team that has been well coached over the years. It is Brady Carney. Who has he came over from Lindsay as the defensive coordinator many years ago. About 2010 is when he got the job here in Muenster. Completely rearranged this program, and since 2010, the Muenster Hornets have gone 12-1, 12-2, 9-4, 12-1, 10-2, 13-2, and 11-2 a year ago. That is 79-14, folks. That is impressive. What Brady Carney has done over here in Muenster, Texas. You just can't say anything else other than that is just extremely impressive.
Yeah, it is. And you look down there, and there's some big boys. They're all tall and thick, and yeah, it's going to be a good game tonight.
Well, we are in Muenster.
Yes, we are.
Speaking of, me and Stephen Braswell got here a little early. We went over to Fisher's Market. Got a whole bunch of sausage.
I was asking if y'all could get any meat here before the game.
Oh, coolers are full in the truck, and they're iced down.
What truck was that?
Yeah, I tell you what, I will sell some, but I ain't giving it away. Hey, we got a good football game tonight. Muenster and Howe. Muenster, the top-ranked Class 2A Division II team, and it's going to be hopefully a barn burner tonight. If Howe can hang on to the football and not make costly mistakes, I think we'll see a very good football game tonight. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more Howe Bulldog action right after this.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back, as we have had to do some rearranging in the booth tonight, so I'm having to do things left-handed. So if we come back from breaks a little bit different, or we not as crisp and smooth, you'll know why. Not that anybody really cares, as long as we give you the game and what's going on and how many touchdowns are being scored by Howe. That's really all that matters when on Howe broadcast. But let's talk a little bit about this game and our notes for this game, because it should be a good one, and we are in game number 747 in Howe Bulldog history. This is the 74th season of Howe Bulldog football officially through the UIL and sanctioned by. Howe has a record of 381 wins, 341, and 24 overall since 1935. This is the second ever matchup between the two schools, Muenster and Howe. Howe won a year ago, 37-31 in a classic at Bulldog Stadium. Two great teams punched it out to the very end. And it was the Hornets of Muenster's only regular season loss a year ago. Muenster eventually did lose to Monday in the playoffs in the third round, 40-34 in the third round of the Class 2A playoffs. The 2017 Hornets are currently ranked number 1 in Class 2A Division II. They have a perfect 2-0 record and have scored 100 points in their first two games and allowed only 14. They beat Valley View to open the season 58-14 and punched Pilot Point a week ago at their place 42-0. We talked about Brady Carney and his record, 79-14, and it is outstanding and remarkable. Howe is 0-2 for the first time since 2005. The Bulldogs are coming off a 37-14 loss to Bowie, in which they fumbled and flagged their way from hopes of victory. Howe has scored 26 points on the season and has allowed 87, and are hoping not to go 0-3 for the first time since 2005. Head coach Zach Hudson is now 29-21 for the Howe Bulldogs since his initial season in 2013. Again, a win, his next win will put him past head coach Buck Smith when Buck was here back in 1980 through 84. Howe's freshman quarterback Kirby Cohealy has attempted 31 passes in the first two games, which are two less than the entire 13-game season a year ago in that slot T. His 11 completions are only 3 behind the 2016 total, and Howe threw one touchdown pass last year.
One touchdown. That's crazy.
One touchdown pass. Cohealy threw his first on the first drive of last week against Bowie, and it was an easy little jump ball to Ty Harvey. So far on the season, Cohealy, again, 11 out of 31 for 152 yards, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. The leading rusher for Howe is Andrew Griffin. Nobody has yet to break the 100-yard mark for the season.
Yeah.
Griffin, 25 carries, 89 yards. That's a 3.5-yard average. His long on the year is 17. Cohealy is next with 14 carries, 56 yards from his quarterback position. And then you get to Mason Riggs. Actually, Mason is at 68, 11 carries, 68 yards. That's a 6.18-yard average. 1 touchdown and a couple of fumbles in there. He did have the 65-yarder, which makes up for most of his yards on offense of the 68 total yards. Austin Lee, a week ago, 8 carries, 54 yards, looked pretty good in the fourth quarter against Bowie and scored a touchdown at the very end of the game. Cameron Blesseye, a carry for 7 yards. Arturo Louder, 2 carries for 1 yard. And Dylan Moreau, the fullback, 14 carries for 40 yards. It's nearly 3 yards a carry. On the receiving end of things for the Howe Bulldogs, Ty Harvey and Devin Porter both lead the team with 5 catches. Porter, 85 yards. Harvey, 62 yards. Andrew Griffin, 1 catch for 5 yards. And the only touchdown reception on the year was Ty Harvey a week ago Both Harvey and Porter 45 yards for their longest on the season. So another the bad omen for Howe could be the fact that the Bulldogs are 1-8 all time on games played September the 15th. That's just kind of a weird stat.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean anything, but it's just kind of weird. I do these every week, and they're always generally very, even or, somewhat in Howe's favor. But for some strange reason, it's so weird. They're 1-8 on games played September the 15th. In 1960, Howe lost to McKinney B team 26-6 on this date. In 1961, they lost to the McKinney B team again, 28-12. 1967, they lost to Callisburg, 16-8. In 1972, lost to Princeton 17-0. In 1978, lost to Aubrey, 25-0. In 1989, and I was in this game, they lost to the Dallas Christian 49-21, and that was a disaster of a game. The Dallas Christian was really good that year and went on to win the TAPS 3A state championship. In 1995, Howe beat Prosper. The only win they've ever had on September 15th was a 7-0 win over Prosper in 1995. In 2000, Howe played and lost to Denton Liberty Christian 21-13, and in 2006, you probably remember this one, they lost to Durant, Oklahoma, 38-0.
And those are all pretty impressive schools.
Well, so. McKinney, and you look at Princeton now,
right?
And you look at Aubrey now,
right?
And you look at Dallas Christian, and you look at Prosper, and you look at Denton Liberty Christian, and Durant, Oklahoma. You got a lot of kids to choose from in those programs.
Right, exactly.
So
especially now.
Yeah.
You never know now when you leave one town going into another.
Well, Muenster may have the region's best 2A football team, maybe the state's best 2A football team, but what they do not have is a band. So it appears the Howe Bulldogs marching band, the Pride of Howe, will be taking care of the honors of the national anthem tonight. So, or is that not right?
I think they have somebody that's going to do it.
Oh,
now.
We got some picking and grinning going on up here. We got a solo guitar.
All right, we had George Strait warm-up music. I mean, hey, it don't get much better than that.
Well, we will take another quick timeout. We are about 12 and a half minutes away from kickoff, so we'll take just a few minutes. We'll come back and wrap up this pregame show and get ready for the kickoff. We'll be back right after this on HoweEnterprise.com.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium in Muenster, Texas, as we're getting ready here for the teams to come out of the tunnels. While we're waiting on that, let's give you the starting lineups. On offense, it'll change a little bit for Howe, and we'll try to go through these as best we know. Ty Harvey and Chase Barnett will be split out wide as the wide receivers. There will be slot backs, 2 slots now, and a 1 back instead of a tight end. So a little bit of change this week. of the offensive philosophy, and we'll see Jacob Howe. Devin Porter will go to a tackle from a tight end, and Mikey Heimel will move from a guard and change his number to number 21. And Devin Porter will change from 89 to 58. So a few changes there on the offensive line, and we'll get those straight once we see everybody in place. And then the lone back tonight is Andrew Griffin, who leads the team in rushing with his 25 carries and 89 yards. And at quarterback, of course, Kirby Cohealy, 11 completions, 31 attempts, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions on his very young freshman career. He also has rushed for 14 carries, 56 yards, which is a 4-yard average. I think when it's said and done, Mr. Cohealy's going to look similar to Mr. Watson over in Pottsboro. That kind of player. I think he has that kind of a future ahead of him with his stature, build, and ability. Let's go over the Muenster defense.
Muenster defense is
this ought to be good.
Hey, now I worked on these. Kagan Dangelmar. Meyer. See, close. See, I'm close. Logan Pagan.
Pagel.
Carson Cheney. Kobe Waltersheed.
Cody,
golly.
Walterscheid.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Kobe Clement. Nolan Bayer. Okay, stop. Seth Blushy. I can't see. Clay Simmons, Parker McGrew.
Clay
Stevens, okay. Parker McGrew, Stetson McGrew, and Max Herr.
Very, very,
I got
very
to get
good.
my glasses. I can't see. Not that that'll make it any better.
The Howe defense led by defensive coordinator Mike Zagleski. The defense, Chase Harvey, Cameron Blesseye, Chris Garrison at the nose guard, Dyson Dillard, Andrew Griffin, Dylan Moreau, Winston Moss, and Cade Courtney. Chase Barnett, Mason Riggs, Ty Harvey is the safety. Let's go over the Muenster offense.
I have my glasses now. I can see.
Okay, all right.
Let's see if it's any better. Max Herr.
Got it.
Carson Cheney. Dean Waltersheed. Shad. Brandon Sicking. Cody Walterscheid. Tom Davis. Danny Lupner.
Hey, wait. Tom Davis. That's your favorite player. Tom Davis.
Hey, that's the easy one right there. I don't know. I'm quite fond of Clay Stevens down here, too. Parker McGrew, Logan Pagel, and Stetson McGrew.
All right, now Parker McGrew. That we said last year. That's just one of those Wild West names. It's somebody in a shootout with Parker McGrew.
Right.
That's a great quarterback's name, Gunslinger Parker McGrew. So it's going to be, the lights are on. It's a beautiful night. What a gorgeous night for football here in Muenster, Texas, with a great. You can almost smell the sausage. Are they cooking sausage over here?
Yes, they are.
Sausage on a stick here in Muenster. What else would you expect?
Right.
We'll talk to Justin here on the sidelines down. And again, what about the jerseys? Are you able to see the jerseys and what kind of uniforms these guys have on out here? Give us the atmosphere.
Well, right now, as far as Howe's, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as far as Howe goes, we got the black jerseys, white black pants, white jerseys, black letters and numbers. I believe that's Bulldogs written across the front. Black sleeves there along the shoulder pads. Then the helmet's got a black helmet, the white italic H inside the Texas symbol, state of Texas. And then a bulldog on the white bulldog on the other side, looking pretty sharp here. Wind is starting to pick up just a little bit more. I hope that doesn't affect Callie Vick in the kicking game. It looks like it's blowing. I believe this is north. I believe it's.
This is a north-south field, and the tunnels are in the south end zone.
Yeah, so it's blowing north right now. I believe the wind.
Yeah, the wind is picking up pretty good. Also, the Muenster Hornets are coming out of the dressing room, making their way down to their victory line. They have all red on, red pants, red jerseys, and white helmets. They were wearing red helmets in years past, but they've gone to white. And they have a tunnel. It's a helmet tunnel, white helmet tunnel with the Texas logo with M in the middle. And the actual tunnel part of it is red with Muenster Hornets written in black, outlined in white. Of course, the Howe Bulldogs tunnel is black and with a white bulldog head. And simply in white, Howe Bulldogs written across the tunnel over there. And I believe that was Loretta Anderson several years ago who donated and paid for that tunnel. And I want to make sure and give some kudos to Loretta. Her office is in Van Alstyne, and I believe we'll hear a lot of music tonight because there's no band from the Muenster Hornets, so it'll be a little bit different. It'll be more like maybe a professional game without a band, but more music.
Right.
So here come the Howe Bulldogs. Come the Muenster Hornets, and they run out with classic paper held by the cheerleaders that they break through, and the paper stuck on about 5 of the guys' face masks, and they ran about 10 yards with their helmets covered. They were completely blind.
That is old school. You hadn't seen the paper since probably the 90s.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
All right, now let's not talk about age.
Captains are now on the field and making their way towards the center stripe. And looks like it will be Clay Marshall, Cade Courtney, Andrew Griffin, and let me check. I believe that's Chase Harvey for the Howe Bulldogs. And it'll be Caden Dangelmeyer along with Brandon Sicking and Travis Dangelmeyer.
Hornet captains, number 25.
There are brothers all over, cousins all over the team, all over the field for the Muenster Hornets. A lot of similar last names all over the place.
Gentlemen, how you guys doing? You ready to play football? All right, just a couple of words here. If you have problems or need issues, make sure you talk to one of the guys in the striped suits, not to each other. All right. So this is the coin we're using. That's heads. That's tails. So the eagle is tails. The country is heads. Heads and tails. You're the visitor, so you get to call. What will you call?
That's Clay Marshall.
Tails. Okay, here we go. It is tail.
Howe has won the toss.
Choose to defer.
Howe has won the toss and have chosen to defer. And it appears Muenster will.
The clock. Okay, so put your backs here.
Muenster has decided to kick to the clock. So they will put their backs. Actually, that's not right. No, they're putting their backs to the north end zone. And the Howe Bulldogs will receive going right to left to start this football game. A lot of handshakes and good sportsmanship right on the big M here in Muenster. We're just about ready for football time in Texas, but I think we're ready for the national anthem right now. And we've got a pretty good one, solo picker up here in the press box.
At this time, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come together tonight for this friendly competition. Please grant to all athletes, coaches, fans, and officials the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Please allow these athletes to use the gifts you have bestowed upon them to the best of their abilities as they play for your glory. We ask this in your name, amen. And now for the singing of the national anthem by Muenster's own Shane Wimmer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in the air. flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
How about that? Beautiful. A beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Right up here next to us, about 10, 15 feet away.
Yep, it's right here.
Beautiful.
You don't hear the picking of the guitar very often, the national anthem.
Goosebumps, will you? Very nice, very nice. So Howe will get the ball first, be moving right to left to start this football game. And again, Howe's objective, as always, no turnovers and no costly penalties. But tonight, there's more focus on those types of things. Is there another light? Oh, no. Is that? Well, they've turned the lights on over here. I'm not sure we'll be able to see very well. Actually, I've got that wrong.
Howe's kicking off.
Yeah, Howe deferred. I said that.
You said that?
I said that.
It's okay. I thought maybe we were.
I'll tell you what, with the day we've had, it's just fortunate that we're even able to do the broadcast. With the day that we have had with laptops and everything else, had the normal laptop crash today at about 10 o'clock. Had to run to Best Buy to make a quick purchase, and it wasn't ready. It takes all the downloading time of about 3.5 hours to even be ready to punch a button. And thankfully, an old backup. Here's Harvey to kick, and this one's going to go deep to about the 21-yard line to be taken up the near hash. Looked at by Cade Courtney and brought down right at the 30-yard line by Andrew Griffin to start the game. And Muenster will start from their own 30.
Clay Stevens was the guy running the ball.
We got a glare off of this with the lights on. It's going to be a little bit difficult to be able to see tonight. So here comes Muenster with two receivers out far wide, up at the top, one at the bottom, one man in the backfield, along with the quarterback, McGrew, who stands in shotgun formation at the 25. He's going to give to the first man, and that's going to be a big gainer of about 6 yards on the first play to Clay Stevens, who crosses to the 36.
Tackled by Ty Harvey. Ty Harvey in on the stop.
Give him 7 yards there. And we'll give you the officials in a moment. And here's McGrew around the left edge. He's going to be chased by Austin Lee. Can't make the tackle. Hit right before he gets to the first down marker and about the 38-yard line. A lot of running there for about 1 yard.
Hit hard by Andrew Griffin on that outside edge.
On the stop.
I may have to sit down. I can't see out the window.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of glare.
So 3rd down and 1 here as McGrew in the gun, handoff. Stevens again, going to be close to the first down. He may have it at about somewhere in between the 41 and the 42-yard line, and they are going to move the sticks. Looks like J.C. Helpenstell was on the stop there for the Howe Bulldogs as they mark it at the 42, a gain of 4.
You know, we mentioned his name a lot last week.
This is a screen pass out to the near side, a one-hopper. It'll be incomplete, trying to find Danny Lutmer, the sophomore wide receiver. It fell just short, and they were sending a blocker out here to pick off the cornerback, but the ball fell incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 42.
Looked like Chase Harvey may have got up a little slow and checked out.
Yeah, he was a little gimpy coming off that last play there.
2nd down and 10 with McGrew in the gun. He's going to run it right up the middle. He's got a seam, got about 3 yards. Brought down, I believe, by Andrew Griffin.
Tackle there by number 9,
yeah,
Cade
Andrew
Courtney.
Griffin and maybe Winston Moss.
Cade Courtney, I believe, may be in there as well. 3rd down and 5 for Muenster. A big play here early for Howe's defense.
Looked like Devin Porter checked in for Chase Harvey.
And this is going to be McGrew rolling right, wanting to throw, and it is complete, and a first down to the 40 to about the 35-yard line, and on the completion is Logan Pagel, the junior running back, 195 pounds out of the backfield.
First down.
And they get very excited about their first downs over here in Muenster, as you can hear the PA announcer, as that ball will now be spotted at the 35-yard line. I wonder if this is his own light. Is that both of them?
Look like
McGrew
Chase
is going to keep it over the left tackle on a block right there. Helpenstill makes a big hit after about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Harvey checked out, and Hunter Cheatham checked in for Ty. Ty's back out on the field.
A gain of 1, they'll call it, to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 9 coming up. McGrew and Stevens, and McGrew wants to throw to the right side. He's got a man wide open, and complete to the 25-yard line, brought down by Winston Moss, but it was a completion
And help number 11, Winston Moss.
to Trey Taggart, I
That's
believe.
another Muenster Hornet first
No,
down.
it's not. That was, again, Danny Lutmer. And this is McGrew throwing the swing pass out to the far side, and that's going to be caught. Makes a move on a defender, jumps over another inside the 5-yard line. A first down for Muenster, and it was Max Herr on the reception. And here they go very quickly.
That'll bring up
Chase,
first and goal for the
Austin Lee
Hornets.
run him down.
So the ball now spotted at about the 4, and this is going to be a carry.
Number 10.
Right over for the touchdown.
Got a
But
flag.
there's a flag on the play.
Holding against the Hornets.
And you can probably hear the PA call holding against Muenster, and that'll back them up 10 yards. It is a spot foul, so we'll see where they place the ball. But a 10-yard penalty against Muenster, and that's our first foul of the night. But it came at a good time, because it looked as if Stetson McGrew chugged his way on in the end zone there. I can't see. Is this one? It's both. And this is going to be McGrew rolling out right side, looking down the field. Now he's going to tuck it at the 15. He's got the 10, and spinning out of a tackle and knocked down hard inside the 5. Ball was spotted at the 15-yard line.
Looks like he may have stepped out of bounds.
Well, he was hit hard.
From the 6.
So they'll spot the ball at the 6 from what I understand. I can't see it.
I
can't see, but maybe I can hear it. McGrew in the gun, and he's going to hand off to Stevens over the middle, jumps over a defender, and now close to the end zone, but he's down at the 1. A 5-yard gain.
Tripped up by Cameron Blesseye. And Dyson Dillard in on the stop.
And here's McGrew.
From the 1.
And he's going to hand off to the fullback, and he's over from the 1-yard line. And that is Logan Pagel on the 1-yard touchdown. So Pagel will strike first blood for Muenster. A 6-0 lead here with 8:40 on the clock here in the first. And a swing pass. This is going to be a fade in the near end zone. Up, and I believe that is caught. Danny Lutmer for the 2-point conversion. So now Muenster leads 8-0 with 8:40 left to go in the first. And we will be back right after this.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is...
Welcome back. It is 8-0 Muenster in the first quarter, 8:40 left to go.
Back deep for the Bulldogs.
It was a 10-play, 70-yard drive for Muenster. Ended on a 1-yard touchdown by Logan Pagel. And we're getting ready for the Tech Wave kickoff right here. Left-footed kicker. Take that back, right-footed. He stepped it off like a lefty. Kicked it as a righty. And it's going to take a bad hop. It's going to be picked up, I believe, by Blesseye at about the 23-yard line. It went right past him. But thankfully for the Bulldogs, it didn't go too far. He turned around about 2 yards, picked it up, turned around, and went about 2 yards. So Howe will start now at their own. I guess they're going to spot the ball at about the 24, almost the 25-yard line. They'll touch the nose of the football to the 25-yard line.
Ethan Fleming in on the stop for the Hornets.
First and 10 from the Bulldogs.
So we'll see the new offense here with 8:34 on the clock. It is a one-back, and Cohealy wants to throw on first down. A sprint and a sling of a pass caught by Winston Moss for a first down after about an 11-yard gain.
That was a great block by the offensive line.
Cohealy ran and rolled out right and threw a bullet to Moss, who caught it. And the ball now up to the 36. A great way to start this football game with an 11-yard pass and catch. Griffin in the backfield behind the pistol. And Cohealy moves a man in motion. They fake the hand now, give the hand to Andrew Griffin.
Ball given off to number
That's
3,
going to be good
Andrew
for
Griffin.
maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards. Up to the 38.
Andrew Griffin's going to be a powerful running back. He's all go all the time. Stetson McGrew in on the stop for the Hornets.
You know, guys, last week we saw Audrey late in the game. I hope they get him a couple of touches this week.
Well, there's our first penalty of the game, and that's going to be Jacob Howell, the left tackle, moved just a little bit early. That'll back this one up. It was second down and about 8 for Howell, so now it'll be second down and about 13. Ball's going to be moved back to the 33-yard line. So second down, and Cohealy is in the pistol. He wants to roll out near side now, throws it across the middle for Blesseye, and it's almost intercepted. It was a great play from Stetson McGrew from the safety position, came up, made a jump on the ball. It was a low thrown pass. He went down to go get it but couldn't hang on, and it's now third down. So again, a penalty is what's stalling this one out so far. Man in motion, a high snap. Cohealy's going to have to go back. It bounces right back up to him. He's in trouble, and he's finally corralled and sacked inside the 20-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 20, but that's a huge loss of 13 on the play, and it's punt time for Howe and Hunter Cheatham again.
Carson Cheney and Cody Waltersheed in on the stop.
Scheid,
Walter Scheid. I'll get it.
Hunter Cheatham punting for the Bulldogs.
And Cheatham stands at his own 7-yard line to punt this one away. It's a high snap, but he's tall. He punts a high wobbly kick end over end, going to bounce at about the 49-yard line and go out of bounds there. And Muenster will start on the Howe side of the field for their next possession, and that's never a good thing for the high-octane Muenster Hornets.
Punt goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. First and 10 for the Hornets.
So they'll start from the Howe 44. There's 6:42 on the clock here in the first quarter. We are just underway. Muenster scored a moment ago on a 10-play, 70-yard drive, and this is Hunter McGrew, and he's going to hand off up the middle. A big gainer there for Stevens. Breaks out of a tackle to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Chase dives in the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Muenster. Well, there's a flag down at the 1.
Flag on the play.
I'm not sure. No, it's no touchdown. He dove for the end zone, but his knee hit before he actually went in. So he's down at the 1-yard line, and on top of that, they throw a flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the flag was for.
It might be a unsportsmanlike for diving, but we'll see. What's ironic is he dove just a little bit too early.
Yeah,
and on the far side, and I think Justin may have had a good look at that.
Yeah, we had big 6'6" Ty Harvey, who has a little bit more of an extension, chasing him down. So,
yeah, I guess when you're running from a 6'5" guy, 6'6" guy, and they're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off, and they'll mark him at the 1. So on the very first play from scrimmage, Muenster goes 43 yards on a Clay Stevens carry that started out right, went back left.
Unsportsmanlike
And there is an
conduct against the
unsportsmanlike there is a penalty here. Stephen Braswell tells us that they'll back it up now.
it was an unsportsmanlike conduct against the
Muenster Hornets.
So I guess they got him for diving in the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the infraction there. But it was a 43-yard run for Stevens, but negate that because of the little celebration at the end.
You know, and there was no sense in it. I mean, he was there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Muenster. They'll spot the ball at the 18-yard line.
Never quite understood that. Just if you're there, just go.
Is it me or is this not a well-lit stadium?
It's not a well-lit stadium.
McGrew wants to throw. Will swing pass out right side. And that's lots of room there to the 10, to the 5, in the end zone. And once again, Stetson McGrew will take it in. This time it will count. And that'll be 18 yards on the pass and catch from McGrew to McGrew.
You know, that's one of them things that, we talked about some last week. You make initial contact, you got to wrap up. You can't just hope that you can knock them down or slow them down. If you make a hard initial hit, you need to take them to the ground.
So right now the score is 14-0. And we'll await the 2-point conversion. Oh, they're going to kick the PAT here. And trying to put it through will be Trey McTaggart. It's on the tee. The kick is up. Very high, very long. But it is.
McTaggart with the extra point.
Is there an indication there? Is there a flag?
But we have a flag.
The blue whistle right after it went up and never said it was.
Yeah, the official never raised his arms.
They're going over.
But there's no flags. I don't know what the.
Hey Justin, is it well lit? Is it just us or is it kind of?
No, it's a little dimmer out here.
Yeah,
just a little dimmer.
It's a little dim at this stadium tonight.
And there's no lights out or anything like that. It's just not
well lit. Yeah.
Now, I don't see a flag, but I just saw a call.
And they're
still
talking
about
illegal
substitution against Muenster.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Illegal substitution against the Hornets. So they'll have to try it again. So it'll be what amounts to a 30-yard field goal for the PAT if they're going to move it now. So the tee will step at the 20, at the 15, so it'll be a 25-yard PAT. It's on the tee, and the kick is high, and it looks long enough, and it is. So 15-0, our new score here at Muenster. Another quick scoring. This one was a quick scoring drive for Muenster. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Monty Walker, nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's big-time chicken fried steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small-town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Well, it's 15-0. Munster in the lead here early in the first quarter with 6:22 on the first quarter clock. Munster traveling from our left to right have punched it in twice. And we're ready now for the TechWave kickoff. TechWave, of course, providing internet service in Howe and surrounding areas. And here's the kick. It's going to be located towards Blesseye, who will take it on the far side. Coming up to the left near the 40-yard line, going to be just shy of it. About a 15-yard return for Blesseye at the 39-yard line.
Bonnie, I believe that's Dylan Moreau.
Is that Moreau?
That was Moreau.
Well, it's very dark.
Yes, it is.
And it's very far away over there. So they'll spot the ball with the nose of the football touching the 40. And those officials, they do that. That's the way they handle things. They will always put the nose of the football at the stripe. And we'll give you the officials here in just a moment. 1st and 10 for Howe, moving right to left. And this is going to be Kohili, who drops the football, and Munster has it. It wasn't a bad snap. He just tried to do something before the handoff, and he just dropped the ball.
Yeah, he tried to get it in the handoff there, and it just kind of bounced. It's a bad handoff.
So a fumble by Kohili.
1st and 10.
We'll give the ball right back to Munster with 6:11. We had 4 seconds ran off the clock there. And Munster's going to take it at the 41. Quickly going the home run ball deep down the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by Ty Harvey there.
We talked about that in pregame. These penalties shoot yourselves in the foot every time.
Bulldog coaches are not happy about that flag. I think they know it's pass interference against them.
So they're going to call Ty Harvey on the flag there, I guess.
Bulldog coaches are saying it was uncatchable.
Holding against the Bulldogs.
Oh, they're going to call holding.
Holding, okay.
And it was against Mason Riggs, apparently.
10 yards stepped off. That's the first down for the Hornets.
So instead of the ball being at the 42 where it originally was, the first down now will take place at the 26-yard line. And this is going to be McGrew keeping it around the right edge. He's got the 15. He's got the 10. Pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Ball down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Taken out by number 9.
Cade Courtney running out of bounds.
And that's a Munster Hornet first down.
So they're going to spot the ball at about the 7. And it's quickly becoming Munster football game in a hurry here. McGrew in the gun. Stevens will stand right next to him, and he gets the carry over the left tackle, and he is buried at the line of scrimmage. Helping still, Blesseye, and one other getting off the bottom of that pile is Austin Lee, and they tag team him for about a yard loss, perhaps, as they'll spot it now back to the 9.
Yeah, that was great penetration by the defensive line.
McGrew rolling out, wanting to throw on the far sideline, looking in the end zone, and it is knocked away by Cade Courtney, I believe.
Number 9, Cade Courtney.
It's very hard to see over there in the far corner with the very dim lighting tonight, but that, from what I believe, was Cade Courtney making a great play at about the 1. So they'll spot the ball again. They're going to move this one back to the original at the 9-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and goal. Handoff, or 3rd down and goal rather. And this is Stevens trying to surge his way, plow his way, and he won't quite get there. It'll be down at the 1. This is where he went down a moment ago when he tried to jump over. Didn't try to jump over this time, just tried to lunge his way over and couldn't quite make it. But it's 4th down and goal from the 1. And they are going for it right here. McGrew is going to keep it himself over left tackle. He's fighting for it. I'm not sure he got in. He did not get it. A great stand by the Howe Bulldogs. And Sagleski is getting a lot of air over there on the far sideline. The defensive coordinator jumping straight up and down as Cameron Blesseye made a great play at the goal line.
Yes, he did. That's a great stop. Good penetration by the defensive line.
So Howe's going to – the bad news about that is Howe gets the ball at their own 1.
Yeah, that's not good.
But that's okay. You didn't give up points.
That's right.
4:11 on the clock. And Howe's going to start at their own 1. looking for a 99-yarder here.
Now jumped offsides.
Another penalty, and this is going to be Howe again, his second offsides penalty of the night. I guess the only good thing about a penalty at the 1-yard line, it only goes back about a couple of inches.
Yeah.
And the Bulldogs needed that shot in the arm. It was already kind of starting to get doom and gloom on the sidelines, but with that stop, kind of rejuvenated the sidelines a little bit.
You know, those kinds of things can reignite an entire team, and hopefully that can happen tonight. Cohealy about 5 yards deep in the end zone in the pistol, and he's going to hand off up the middle, and I believe that's Griffin. It is the one back. Not sure if it's Moreau or Griffin, but he's going to gain a couple of yards out to the 3 or 4 to give him some breathing room there. Second down coming up.
Look like Dylan Moreau.
Over the right side, gain for 2 yards.
I believe the ball is at the 3.
You know, this time last year we had, now we got a good passing option if we have to have it.
It was Griffin on the carry, and Harvey split out near side. Man goes in motion is Moreau, and he'll get the hand going from left to right. Not much doing right there. Maybe a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up.
Stop there by
Third and about
Stevens.
3rd and about 7 coming up. 6.5.
Devin Porter moved into that tackle position. He was blocking good downfield.
Parker McGrew is in coverage on Harvey, who's just split out wide to the near side. Again, Howe moving right to left towards that north end zone, but they are 96 yards away from that north end zone, needing some room right here. Cohealy on 3rd and 6. A bad snap again. This time he's going to be tackled close to the end zone, if not in, and that's going to be a safety. Or a touchdown. It was recovered. It was recovered in the end zone for a safety. Another turnover, and this one the worst kind of turnover. It is immediate points.
And I was just about to say right before that play, I didn't want to interrupt you, Monty, but say this is where you don't want to have that snap.
I believe it was Kagan Dangemeyer on the recovery.
Kagan Dangemeyer.
Not how you drew it up there. And eventually the great goal line stand that you had and all the momentum that you got from that is quickly erased. And the PAT now is going to be on the tee. It's up high into that teeth of the wind, but it is good. Adding 7, and now all of a sudden it's 22-0 here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this timeout.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Algindo Dankenstater.
Back deep for the Bulldogs.
6 fumbles in 5 quarters for the Howe Bulldogs, which will not win you football games, especially against great teams like the Muenster Hornets. Class 2A Division II's #1 state-ranked team. And they're getting ready to kick this one away, leading 22-0 here with 3:27 on the clock. A squib kick, and that's going to be taken from back to far. Mason Riggs will carry it, a few defenders up to the 34-yard line. And Howe will start there, desperately trying to hold on to the football. Again, 6 fumbles in 5 quarters for the Bulldogs.
And as soon as that last touchdown was over, Clay Marshall, who's been the center, he was the one who snapped it over earlier, and then on the last play was over there working on the sidelines.
First down and 10, right to left, go the Howe Bulldogs. Is that a new quarterback?
That's Ellington.
Elvington in the game at quarterback, and he'll hand off to the first man through, which was, I believe that was Andrew Griffin.
Following off to number 3, Andrew Griffin, straight up the middle.
So now the ball spotted at the 38-yard line after a 2-yard gain there. And already the freshman quarterback, maybe it's time, they just wanted to have a moment to talk to him and settle him down a little bit. And again, Leighton Elvington in the game at quarterback here. Man goes in motion, and that's Moreau. They fake it to him, give to the man through fullback, and that's going to be
Ball given off to
Griffin again.
On right up the middle.
And that'll be 1 yard. Again, the bad thing about the pistol, and there's a lot of good things about what they're doing, but the bad thing is, and as Griffin checks out, when you're in the pistol and you hand off from 4 yards or 3 yards deep in the backfield, you gain, your fullback runs for 5 yards and he only gets 1.
Yeah, that makes it a little difficult.
So the ball will be spotted at the 40 on 3rd down. And Leighton Elvington rolling out right. He is under pressure and brought down in the backfield at the 35-yard line.
Looked like they might have been trying to set up maybe a screen.
Yeah, they were trying to roll out, throw it down the field to the right side, but Elvington couldn't find his man, and it's going to be Hunter Cheatham time again. 4th and 11, and Cheatham will stand at his own 20 to punt this one away.
Yeah, Winston Moss was down on about the 30.
We'll see where this snap goes. It's right back to Cheatham. He drops it very low, and it'll bounce at the Muenster 40. Take a good Howe bounce inside the 30 and be killed near the 35-yard line.
I think they're going to kill it right on the line.
There's a flag at midfield, and we'll see what this one is. The officials are going to meet at the midfield stripe. Again, the officials for tonight, the referee is Wes Carlton, the umpire Dave Perrell, the head linesman Jeff Sapp, the line judge Eric Richardson, and the back judge LaCedric Davis. It's going to be a holding call against Muenster.
Illegal block in the back.
Or illegal block in the back. Again, I can't see.
Yeah, it's the lighting is horrible.
But they'll move the ball to the 30. No, that'll push it back to the 20-yard line. They're going to spot it inside the 20 to the 15, and a timeout has been called with 1:34 left to go in the first. We'll take 1 too. We'll be right back with more Howe Bulldogs football in just a moment.
Taken by the Hornet.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO for a year. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon Alexa free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
Welcome back as we're just underway. It's going to be a handoff to the right side, Stevens. This time he tries to cut back as he did a moment ago and went 43, but he is brought down after a short gain there.
Andrew Griffin made him in the backfield.
Andrew Griffin.
The defense gets good penetration.
I'll tell you what, we can help out these guys. Maybe we can turn the lights back on, and I don't know if it's going to do any. Oh,
that makes it worse. Really.
Oh wow!
There's Mason Riggs in on the stop.
The ball is going to be out to the 19-yard line. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'll tell you, if Stephen Braswell can grab me a chair, we'll just try to put this window all the way up. Thank you, sir. Maybe we can move that.
Third down and 6 from the Hornet 20.
I don't think I've ever sat down and done a game before.
I've had to say, I don't ever believe you sat down.
Here's Parker McGrew throwing it out on the far side. It's going to be incomplete.
Chased down by Cameron Blessine and Austin Lee.
So it'll be 4th down coming up. I believe, is that right?
Yes,
4th down coming up.
Orland Woodard.
So it's punt time for Muenster. And for the very first times, other than the turnover on downs and the great goal line stand, the Bulldogs defense starting to flex some muscle tonight. Andrew Griffin about to receive this punt, stands at his own, or at the Muenster 49-yard line. It's a low end-over-end kick. Griffin goes back to field it inside his own territory, comes across the 50, and makes his way to the 44-yard line of Muenster territory, and that's where Howe will start.
Yeah, he punished Max Hare on that tackle.
So Howe's going to start at the Muenster 44-yard line with 26.9 seconds left to go here in the first.
And guys, Elvington is back in there. Cohealy still on the sidelines.
So Elvington, who is a sophomore, 5'10", 165. And again, Jacob Howe, for the third time tonight, has jumped off sides.
Illegal procedure
On first down. It was first down a moment ago at the 1-yard line, in which Howe had a lapse, and here we go again. So this will push the ball back to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and all three of them have been Jacob Howe.
Elvington wanting the snap, gets it. Handoff to Andrew Griffin over right tackle, and he'll gain maybe about 3 yards up to the 47-yard line.
Stop there by number 50.
Andrew Griffin get up a head of steam, and he's going to run over you.
Kagan Dangelmeyer.
Second down and 15 coming up, as that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. That is it, 22-0. Muenster in the lead after one. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's big-time chicken fried steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small-town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
Welcome back to Muenster's Hornet Stadium. Need to change the quarter there. We'll go with the second quarter, 22-0. And Howe has the ball just past midfield as we turn it around and go left to right. And this is going to be a handoff right side. And normally that's Griffin.
Andrew Griffin.
Andrew Griffin on the carry. We'll turn that mic down just a little bit.
Travis Dangelmeyer making the stop.
Meyer.
I don't know
I'm going to do that all night.
I know. That's okay. That's okay. You know, there's three of them, too, by the way. They're all cousins, we ask.
Is that right?
Yeah. They're all seniors, too.
It's the ball at the 44-yard line. And Cohealy back in the game. He's going to throw the deep ball down the left side, looking for Harvey. It's knocked away by Parker McGrew, who went up for it with his right arm and just knocked it down. It's fourth down now for Howe and punt time.
Yeah, there's three of them. They're all seniors, and they're all within 15 pounds in size of each other.
Wow.
That's I thought they were triplets. Steven said no, they're cousins.
We'll see what kind of snap we get here. We've had snap issues tonight, not on punts, but mainly on snaps back to the quarterback. This is Hunter Cheatham going to punt this one away, and it goes inside the 15. Takes a big roll, almost to the one. It goes into the end zone. Almost a perfect kick by Hunter Cheatham.
10 for the Hornets.
But Muenster will now start from their own 25-yard line with 11:10 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they get to the south end of the end zone. I can't see, or field. I can't see.
What is a little bit scary now, Justin, and we'll check with you. They're going to start at the 20, actually. The wind. And Muenster now has the wind at their back. And that could play a difference here in this second quarter. This is McGrew. He's going to keep it around the right edge, looking for a hole. Is going to be chased down by Helpenstell, but he's pretty quick. Now chased down by Courtney. He's got the 40, the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. He is gone. Around the right edge, Parker McGrew goes 80 yards on first down to up Muenster's lead. 28-0 awaiting the PAT here in the second quarter.
Just in frustration, you can see the Howe coaches throwing their hands up and just like, come on, we got to catch a break.
So now waiting this PAT, they'll break out of the swinging gate, and everybody will move back to the right. And coming on to do the kicking for Muenster is going to be Trey McTaggart, as he has been successful so far tonight in all attempts. It's on the tee. The kick is up. It looks true, and it is. 29-0. Muenster in the lead. Again, state number 1 ranked Muenster Hornets taking it to Howe early right here at Hornet Stadium. Back in a moment on HoweEnterprise.com.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
McTaggart to punch this one away from Muenster, who now leads 29-0. Mason Riggs back to return this one. It's the Tech Wave kickoff. And the Bulldogs will try to catch the wave moving left to right here in the second quarter. McTaggart looks like he's going to squib kick it. He's only about 3 yards away. He's going to high pooch this one to the near side. Going to be taken by Dylan Moreau. Comes up near side, gets a pretty good block at the 40. 45 up the sideline, 50 to the 45-yard line, and yanked out of bounds by his helmet and gets a flag at the 41-yard line. A personal foul on Muenster coming up.
That was a great block by Mikey Hommel.
Nolan Byer with a flag on the play.
I believe the block was made, one good block at least was Parker Blunt, who made a great one at about the 35-yard line. So Howe will set up shop after the penalty deep in Muenster territory, and let's see where they do. Cohealy back in the game. Dylan Monroe in the game. It will be a slot. And Mikey Heimel into the game, not as a lineman but as a back. And this is going to be a face mask. Personal foul against
the Hornets.
Muenster. So they'll push this one up a little bit more, 15 yards to about the 30-yard line. We're going to be close to where they spot it. And I guarantee you the nose of the football will be touching the stripe. Let's guess. Look at that.
Yep, touching the stripe.
At the 28-yard line. So Howe will start at the 28 with 10:46 left to go here in the second quarter. Cohealy in the pistol, sends a man in motion. He's going to hand off to Griffin around the left edge. Has the same for a moment. Breaks out of a tackle, gets 4 yards, maybe 5, up to the 26-yard line.
Griffin. Gain of 2 on the
Colby
play.
Clement in on the stop.
8.
So only a gain of 2. We thought it was a little bit more than that. It's a long 2. It brings up a second down and 8 situation for the Bulldogs. And white jerseys, black pants, black helmets with the good-looking black sleeve on the side. Very 1970s look. Here's a handoff to Griffin. Nothing doing there. Right up the middle. Maybe a yard. Maybe. Third down coming up.
On the carry. Stopped there by number 52, Dean Walterside.
They'll
Ethan Fleming in as well on that stop.
They're going to spot it right at the 26, which was about where he was, no gain.
Yeah, when you start deep like that, you're already giving up 4.
Movement up front, but it's on Muenster. Howe gets back. This is going to be a toss. Mikey Heimel running left side. He's got some speed, and he'll make his way for a few yards, not enough for a first, to about the 20.
Stetson McGrew in on the stop for Muenster.
It's going to be 4th and about 4 for the Bulldogs. And
guys, these Bulldog running backs, I tell you what, there isn't a lot of shake and bake. It's pretty much when you get ready to tackle a Bulldog running, you better bring your hard hat because they're going to try to run you over here.
Yeah, without question. And Heimel runs to the 21-yard line. He was a guard last week. He's a slot back now. 4th and about 3. Heimel goes in motion. Cohealy going to hand off Griffin. Cuts it up right. Going to be close to the marker. Very close.
He got it.
The line judge is at the 17-yard line, and our spotter, our sideline spotter says, yes, it's a first down. And they are moving the stick, so inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
Ethan Fleming in on the stop for the Hornets.
Give Griffin about 3 yards right there as it's closer to the 17, so give him 4. Clock rolling at 8:44 here before the half. And it looks like Austin Lee in at fullback. Cohealy in the pistol. Lee is in a 3-point stance right behind him. Heimel goes in motion again. Cohealy keeps it over right guard. He's met hard at the line of scrimmage and brought down right there. No gain. It'll bring 2nd down and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Nolan Bear and Travis Meyer. I just wanted to see if you were awake.
6th play of the drive coming up for the Howe Bulldogs.
I love Muenster, Texas.
I know you do.
Almost as much as I love Lindsay.
I've got a highlight reel just of you and Muenster.
Dude, it's crazy.
Again, Lee is the fullback behind Cohealy, who wants to roll out left side, throw it in the end zone. It's going to be intercepted and about the 1-yard line.
He dropped it.
Broken up by number 10.
Apparently the ball was dropped.
Which is good. That's what we like drop balls.
Bring up 3rd down.
And I'm glad Justin was over there to be able to see it because, again, it's in that far corner and it's very dim over there. And it looked like it was intended for Dylan Moreau, who's not going to win the height advantage on very many cornerbacks over there, but he will win the heart effort on every play. There's no question about that. Cohealy wants to roll out near side. He's going to take a hit, spin out of one. Now tries to throw it. Romo throws it up. Just throws it straight up in the air. The ball, it was brought down, I believe, by Austin Lee. There's a scramble for it, and the pile is moving forward inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And I don't think I have ever in 25 years of broadcasting seen anything quite like that. The ball was just thrown straight up, and now there's a flag thrown straight down.
Right. That ball went straight up like a Tony Romo throw.
Ineligible receiver by the Bulldogs.
He pump faked it right before he went down, almost like he wanted to throw up and decided, no, I'm going to keep it. And then as he was going down, I think it just I don't know if it was a throw or he just fumbled it.
Yeah, no, I think he was trying to do something with the football, trying to make a play as a, kind of a 2006 Romo would have done. Trying to make a play when there's not one to be made. And of course, when Romo was older, he made a lot of those great plays doing stuff like that. But when he was young, boy, he could age a coach in a hurry. And Cohealy just put about 2 years on Zach Hudson right there.
Yeah, and our spotter, Stephen Braswell, said Chase Harvey made a great catch. But unfortunately for us, he was ineligible.
Yeah, so that'll be a penalty. They'll back it up to the 22-yard line. And it will replay 3rd down, if you will.
But in his defense, Stephen said it was a great catch.
Well, it won't be a replay of 3rd down, but it will be 3rd down with Griffin in the backfield, Cohealy in the pistol. Harvey split out wide to the left. This is going to be Cohealy wanting to throw it under pressure and sack behind the 30-yard line to the 32.
Number 72, Cody Walterscheid.
He had 2 guys right in his face. One was a Walterscheid, we know that. And the Bulldogs will face a 4th down now way back past the 30-yard line to the 32. Wow. Oh, no, they'll spot it at the 30. So a loss of 8 on the sack. Lots of pressure coming up from that interior Hornet. We'll call it a Hornet nest because that's kind of what it is up there.
I say throw the long ball up to Ty Harvey. Let him use his big frame to go up and get one.
It'll be 4th down. They're going to go for it here. And you're right, going deep down the side for Harvey, who goes up for it, comes down with it, has a first down.
Pass is complete to number
Great catch by Ty Harvey.
Harvey just goes up, uses his 6'6" frame, just like Justin White said, comes down with it inside the 10 to about the 5.
Great call, Justin.
First and goal for the Bulldogs.
I'm already taking coaches. I don't need to be. Already got a sideline reporting job. No coordinator position for me.
25 yards on the pass and catch from Cohealy to Harvey. And now they're knocking on the door for the first points of the night. Cohealy, handoff Griffin. Nothing doing behind the right guard.
Met in the backfield by Travis Dangelmeyer.
And that'll be a no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
Travis Dangelmeyer made a good stop.
Bring up 2nd down and goal.
So Harvey again split out wide. He doesn't even get in the huddle. He stays out there wide. Very Terrell Owens-like. Cohealy in the pistol sends a man in motion. That's Heimel. Cohealy's going to hand off Griffin over left guard. Nothing doing again.
Ball given off to Griffin around the left end.
Maybe a yard to the 2, but it's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Colby Clement in on the stop for Muenster.
And I think that may be no gain.
Tackle there by Clay
that's
Stevens.
the pistol again for you. When you hand off behind the line of scrimmage, you're just not going to.
Timeout taken by the Hornets.
You're not going to gain as much as you would starting a little bit closer. Timeout's been called. We'll take one too. Back in a moment on HoweEnterprise.com.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camilero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and they're available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstader.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Welcome back. Cohealy rolls out right, wants to throw the fade route back to a back in the end zone, and it is touchdown time in Texas.
For a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Mikey Heimel out of the backfield on the reception from Cohealy for 3 yards and a score.
Great job. Good job, good job.
You were a guard last week, and you score a touchdown this week. And here comes Callie Vick, the first female to kick for the Howe Bulldogs. She made 2 last week, 2 blocked the first week. This one's blocked again. For the 3rd time, Callie Vick has had a kick blocked, and this time it's going to go all the way back to the 28-yard line before it's picked up by Devin Porter. So it'll be 6 points for Howe with the PAT blocked. And we're going to take a quick timeout. With 5:01 left to go, we'll be back in just a moment.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO for a year. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon Alexa free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Ty Harvey about to boot this one away. Muenster leads 29-6 after the 3-yard touchdown pass and catch from Kirby Cohealy to Mikey Heimel. It was a 11-play, 72-yard drive by Howe. And the kick is going to be a high pooch kick coming near side, going to be taken at the 33-yard line and knocked down in a hurry is the returner, McGrew, Stetson McGrew.
Number 3, Andrew Griffin.
And Muenster will start from their own 36-yard line, possibly 37, depending on where they spot it.
Andrew Griffin and Mason Riggs made hard contact with Stetson McGrew.
4:55 on the second quarter clock. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Close to midfield, not quite. Right to left goes Muenster. All red uniforms. The counter. And this is going to be a pass to the near side. That's Stetson McGrew. Breaks 2 tackles. And finally brought down by a shoestring tackle by that's Chase Barnett, who untied his shoes at the 47-yard line. McGrew fell forward to about the 45 on the Howe side.
Looks like Andrew's out. Austin Lee's in.
So here's McGrew, the quarterback, Parker McGrew, rolling out right. Going to be brought down after a minimal gain, maybe 4 or 5. And that's going to be Kirby Cohealy on the tackle for the Bulldogs. He comes up from a safety position.
Good open field tackle.
Again, Kirby Cohealy, 15 years old, a freshman on the football field. Pretty impressive, playing both ways. Second down and about 6 coming up. This is a handoff up the middle. A nice run there for a first down. And that's going to be the very quick running back, Seth Flushy, right up the middle.
Again, great stop by Kirby Cohealy, but you don't want your safeties having to make those kinds of stops.
Muenster wastes no time in between plays, getting it in a hurry. And here's the pass and catch, going to be caught at the 25 to the 20 and knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, and that's Max Herr on the catch.
20 to the 18-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by Cade Courtney.
A 12-yard gain for Max Herr.
First down.
And it'll be a first down for Muenster. Not quite as pronounced here on the Howe radio as it is by the PA.
Right.
They love their first downs over here. Again, quickly, Muenster 1st and 10, handoff, and that's going to be Stevens. Nope, going to be kept by Parker McGrew up the middle.
Parker McGrew
flipped end over end by Cohealy, but a nice 9-yard gain there by Parker McGrew. Anytime your safeties are making tackles, it's not a good thing.
Second down and 2.
I'll actually say he gained 8.
Ty Harvey checked in for Cohealy.
And this is going to be a run around the left side to about the 2-yard line.
Austin Lee and Ty Harvey in on the stop.
That's Pagel. That's the big fullback right there. And now they're knocking on the door for more points right here before the half. 3:22 left to go before the half. And this is going to be a handoff. Stevens up the middle.
Clay Stevens.
Very close, and he's in. Touchdown on Clay Stevens for the Muenster Hornets. A 2-yard touchdown, and they extend their lead by 6 to 35.
You can't have your safeties making all your tackles. You got to be making those stops on that defensive line.
3:16 on the clock, getting ready for the extra point by McTaggart, and it is up. Tie, looks good, looks true,
Trey McTaggart
and it is. So make it 36 now to 6. Muenster in the lead with 3:16 left to go before the half. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this on HoweEnterprise.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
36-6, Muenster in the lead after the 6-play, 53-yard drive. Capped off by a 2-yard touchdown by Stevens. And I believe 3:16 on the clock left here before the half. Howe trailing 36-6 to the number 1 ranked Class 2A Muenster Hornets. McTaggart kicks this one away. It's going to go deep and into the end zone and out of the end zone. He's got that little wind behind him. Justin White, tell us about the sideline and what's going on over there on that far side.
Guys, after that touchdown earlier, it kind of boosted up the sidelines a little bit. I was thinking, even if they don't win this game, that last touchdown for Howe really it was a morale booster, if anything, just to kind of keep things together. Since that last touchdown, it's just they've seen this movie before, guys, so it's just a little dejected over here.
Well, I've seen this movie right here, and I just want Jacob Howell to not jump off sides right here on first down. And it gets away clean. Here's a pass out left side to Harvey, and he's going to drag several defenders close to a first down. It was a quick strike straight out to the left side, and almost first down it is. Going to be a 10-yard gain to the 35-yard line.
Now, Colby Clement and Danny Lutmer made the stop.
A quick hitter to Harvey, and now it's first down again at the third. They can mark it at the 36, so give him 11 yards there. Cohealy in the pistol. Man goes in motion, and they're going to fake the toss to him. Cohealy's in trouble and has to go down. It looked like there was some kind of confusion on there.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's a fake toss or if there's some miscommunication in the backfield.
It's a loss of 5, and it appears that Cohealy turned and tried to fake a pitch and then had nowhere to go with it. So,
and he's done that several times, so I don't know if he's missing something.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that is strategic or not. Nonetheless, a 5-yard loss. Second down and 15 coming up. Man in motion. And he's going to hand this time to Winston Moss. And Moss is going to be taken down in the backfield, a loss of about a yard.
Travis Dangelmeyer.
Spotting the ball at the 31-yard line. So I guess no gain technically. So third down now coming up on a very dim lit field. It almost looks like it's dark outside.
Yeah, it is pretty dim out there, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't normally see it dim like this at other stadiums. And Cohealy, man in motion, they'll hand to him. Tries to get a block. Coming near side, Dylan Moreau knocked down hard at the 32-yard line.
Number 12, Stetson McGrew hit him pretty hard.
I'd like to say hello to Jack Walker listening in Philadelphia tonight.
Jack Walker.
Good to hear from you, young man. We miss you. Love to see you. But I don't want to go to Philadelphia right now, but I bet it's beautiful up there.
It is. Probably a good time of year.
Jack, a long-time writer for the Van Alstyne Leader, has such a great job covering house sports for many years. I tell you what, he is one of the best. Hunter Cheatham punting it away, this time off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds right about midfield. But you know how these officials are. And now is there some pushing and shoving going on out there? The Muenster fans aren't real happy about something. But
no, I think they're saying it went out of bounds farther back.
Okay, well, the ball spotted at the 50. The officials love to take a walk about 12, 13 yards, but they're not going to take a walk on this one. They're going to spot the ball at the 50 after the punt. And, yeah, I can understand them being a little upset there because normally those referees love to just take a side stroll for about 15 yards on something like that, but they didn't here.
No, he just decided I'm going to stop right here.
Yep. Brady Carney was not happy about that. But Brady Carney is up 36-6, and it's not even half.
Right, it's not even half. We still got 50.8 seconds. Now we got to talk about it.
So the officials are they're going to converse.
But we still ain't put the ball down.
Yeah, but now they put it down right at the 50.
On the line.
With a nose touching it.
Right. Just throws them off if they get in a spot that ain't got a line on it.
Muenster in all red, 2 wideouts, 2 men in the backfield, straddling McGrew, who throws it out the swing pass near side, and that's going to be Stevens who makes the catch, flag down. And Stevens down at the 39-yard line, but check the flag.
Great stop by Austin Lee. Austin Lee and Cameron Blesseye.
And awaiting the officials' signal here, and it looks like it's going to be coming back. 44 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a holding call against Muenster. And they'll back that one up. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which will be the 44-yard line. The Howe coaches right above us. I'm not sure if they've made their way down or not yet, but that'll be an interesting halftime again. McGrew throwing the deep ball down the middle. Stevens makes the catch at the 25, brought down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll spot it at the 20, however. Coming up quickly, trying to get another play in is Muenster. Clock stops momentarily as the chains move at 37 seconds, and now they run. And this is going to be McGrew throwing out near side. Caught. That's Flushy. No, that's not Flushy. That's out the 12-yard line. It's going to be caught by Garrett Bindle. And that'll be at the 12-yard line. Again, Muenster hurrying up here. 8-yard gain right there, trying to beat the clock. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. McGrew throws out right side, looking for the end zone in the deep corner. And it's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage by Ty Harvey.
Trying to hit Stetson McGrew in the end zone. That one falls incomplete. It does stop the clock with 11 seconds, however.
Guys, I haven't seen it yet, but you got to wonder if this pace, if later in the game this is going to start to wear down on the Bulldogs.
Well, you would think any pace like this. But again, this is just Muenster working on some time management here right before the half. Man in motion, Parker McGrew looks right, throws left on the bubble screen, and it's going to be caught by another Stetson McGrew at the 10-yard line, spins out of tackles into the end zone. A touchdown for Stetson McGrew for 12 yards.
You know, again, you've got to, when you make initial contact, you have to wrap up.
That has been the case for 3 games now.
I mean, he was hit hard twice. Austin Lee hit him hard. Chase Barnett hit him hard. Neither one wrapped up.
For the moment, it's 42-6 with 3.2 seconds left, and the kick is going to be good.
McTaggart with the extra point.
And McTaggart's
3 seconds left in the first
kick
half.
is true. It is 43-6 with 3.2 seconds left to go before the half. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Will Michael,
24, Mason Riggs back deep.
43-6.
Kicking off for the Hornets.
And it appears like on the Tech Wave kickoff, it'll be Mason Riggs deep to return. However, the wind at the back, it could go out of the end zone as it did a moment ago. And this one's going to be a deep kick, going to be taken at the 2-yard line by Mason Riggs. Coming up near side now, cuts it up to the middle. Is going to be taken down as the clock expires at the 24-yard line, and that is the end of the first half. And wasn't one we'll remember for a long time. A couple of fumbles, and just what the coaches and everybody had preached about from a week ago. It has happened again. 43-6. The Muenster Hornets in the lead here at the half. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camilero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Algindo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
Well, we are at the half. Michael Mosier and Justin White, who's down there on the sidelines, and he's going to stay down there for the time being. As the Howe Pride of Howe marching band is making their way on the field, since Muenster does not have a band, it is, from what I understand, going to be the full show tonight from the Howe Bulldog marching band. And you should know.
Should be a good show. Yeah.
Let's go over some scores.
All right, let's see here. Let me get this thing to refresh.
And when they start, I'll just cut you off.
Anna on top of Van Alstyne, 26-7. Gunner on top of Whitesboro, 28-7. Pilot Point, Aubrey, 7-6 Aubrey. Collinsville losing to S&S at halftime, 10-3. Mount Pleasant is losing to Sherman at halftime, 22-19. Let's see here. Callisburg losing to Cooper, 14-17. Lone Oak beating Caddo Mills, 20-14. Let's see here. Midlothian losing to McKinney High School, 21-14. Pottsboro beating Bonham, 28-8.
Yeah, I think we're just about ready, as Miss Ketching is getting everybody in position there. I think she's asking if they're ready. Not yet, maybe. Getting close. I don't know. You've probably seen this a couple of times, haven't you?
Well, I've seen it. It's going to be pretty good. I haven't seen it all together, so this will be a first for me, too. So. These guys are really excited.
Now they're ready. And we'll just let you listen to it.
Now introducing the 2017-2018 Howe High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Our captain, Aaron Ansley. Co-captain, Allie Morgan. Lieutenant, Peyton Ford. We also have Braylon Burns. Michaela Doty, Lydia Hagan, Natalie Murphy, Addie Pacina, Ashley Pelt, Jamie Taylor, Riley Underwood, and Ashlyn Warman.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to cavendertv.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. We're at halftime, and it's 43-6. Muenster in the lead.
We got a lot to talk about because we got like 14 minutes left.
Yeah, I figured we would recap kind of the first half. It's kind of ugly, but we can recap that. We also, now that we know, people are and Howe really watch out for each other. They really do. They want to know what's going on when anything is out of balance. And our sideline guy down there, Justin White, was roaming the sidelines, and Carissa Doty comes up to him and says, "Who are you? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Do you mean who am? What's my name?" And he finally went and told her that he's with the broadcast crew. He's working sidelines, and everything's okay.
Right.
Calm down. Nobody's, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Everything's good. But I guess it is good that people are, looking out for things going on within the stadium and within the school. Like, you can understand that, I guess.
Right.
So let's recap the first half. Muenster, actually, Howe won the coin toss, deferred to Muenster. And they took the ball first at the 30-yard line and quickly went 10 plays, 70 yards, and scored on a 1-yard touchdown by Logan Pagel. And that gave Muenster an 8-0 lead after the 2-point conversion was successful. And then Howe took the ball for the first time on the evening with 8:34 left to go in the first quarter at their own 25-yard line. Drove it up a couple of plays and had to punt. Muenster took it with 6:42 left to go in the first from the Howe 44-yard line. And immediately it was a huge play to the 18-yard line. And then it was an 18-yard touchdown pass from Parker McGrew to Stetson McGrew to cap off the two-play 44-yard drive. And Muenster quickly had a 15-0 lead with 6:22 left to go in the first after the PAT. Howe got the ball, and it was disaster from the beginning. It was a bad snap, or it was just a bad handle by Kirby Cohealy. The freshman quarterback fumbled at the 40-yard line, where Muenster picked it up at the 42 with 6:11 left to go in the first. And for the first time tonight, greatness happened for the Howe Bulldogs as they turned away Muenster at the goal line. A great play by Cameron Blessi to stop the Hornets and take the ball away. And Howe took the ball at their own 1 with 4:11 left to go in the first. But again, it was a Cohealy fumble that stopped the drive at the 4-yard line. Muenster recovered the ball in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's not good.
Dengelmeyer actually recovered it, or is credited with recovering it, and that gave Muenster a 22-0 lead with 3:27 left to go in the first quarter. Howe got the ball back after the touchdown by Muenster and had to punt after 4 plays. Muenster got the ball and had to punt. They were deep in their own territory for the first time tonight at the 16. They punted back to Howe, who got the ball with 27 seconds left to go before the second quarter and had to punt again. Muenster took the ball with 11:10 left to go in the second quarter at their own 20-yard line. On the very first play, we were talking about, hey, they got the wind at their back now. They could throw the football, but no. Parker McGrew kept it around the right edge and went 80 yards for a touchdown. One play, 80 yards to give Muenster a 29-0 lead with 10:55 left to go in the second quarter.
All right.
And then Howe took the ball at their own 28 in a very nice drive. It's not been a lot of great drives so far in the year, but this was one of them. Started at their own 28-yard line and pecking away all the way up down to the 3-yard line, where Mikey Heimel scored on a pass from Cohealy to end the 11-play 72-yard drive. And it was Callie Vick's extra point was blocked. So the lead was cut 29-6. Muenster in the lead with 5:01 left to go before the half. Muenster then took the ball with 4:55 left to go in the second quarter at their own 47-yard line. And 6 plays later and 53 yards later, Corey Stevens scored from the 2-yard line. And that upped the Muenster lead 36-6 with 3:16 on the clock. Howe got the ball back, moved just a little bit, but it ended up having to punt again right at the 50-yard line of Muenster with 50.8 seconds left to go before the half. They got in quick score mode, and Muenster quickly moved down the field 50 yards in 5 plays in 50 seconds. And it was a 12-yard touchdown pass from Parker McGrew to Stetson McGrew for 12 yards that ended the scoring, 43-6, and that is our halftime score here at Hornet Stadium in Muenster, Texas. And now we know why they're ranked number 1 in the state of Texas in Class 2A.
Yeah.
They good.
Yes, they are. You know, they're like a well-oiled machine. The Hornets haven't. You know, I'm not sure they've made a mistake. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, but we'll see what happens at halftime. Hopefully, we'll come out a little bit more on fire and ready to go.
Yeah, again, we're going to talk about the same thing as we talked about a week ago. We got to, cut out the fumbles. You got to cut out the penalties. Starting out first down at 15, doesn't help when you jump off sides to start a possession.
Right.
And then if you're going to 3 plays later fumble it, boy, I tell you what, you're just not doing yourself any favors. And they know that. It's not anything they don't know. And, a lot can be caused by a great football team on the other side, too. I mean, you have to give credit where credit's due. It's not just Howe making mistakes. Now, there are some forced mistakes going on the field, too, by the Muenster Hornets. They are ranked number 1 for a reason, and they make teams do bad things.
Yes, they do. And, you want to make – I know it's bad when it's, 43-6 at halftime. But you would rather it be 43-6 at halftime 3 games in than 43-6 8 games in.
That's true. And, Coach Zach Hudson was said on the coaches show this morning that, even though, things are happening bad, obviously, but you can tell by looking at the film and you can see the team progressing each week. You can see little things getting better. And now they've just come up against a disaster of a schedule.
They have. This has been a tough schedule.
It is very tough, and it's not. It does get easier. It's not like you're going to play the number 1 team in the state every week, but you have for 2 out of 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that does a number. It can do a number on your psyche if you're not careful. You get yourself in a hole 0-3, as it appears they're going to be after tonight. And you've got homecoming next week where. Boy, if you ever needed a 75-0 game, next week is it. You need some momentum going against Quinlan and Caddo Mills, 2 teams that you can't handle. And Howe can be going into District 2 and 3 very easily if they just take care of business and do their thing. So it's going to be as the coaching staff walks by, the teams are getting ready to come back on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout. And we'll hear from a few of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Bankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the number 1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tune into HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is...
Every time I do that, every time. I'm not gonna do that next time. I gotta fix that. The Howe Bulldogs have come back on the field in the end zone, warming up, doing their stretching, and so has Muenster. They're both in the south end zone right next to each other. We have cheerleading introductions going on for Muenster. There, you know, when you don't think about it, when you don't have a band,
right?
Boy,
when you have them.
Yeah, you just realize how long these halftimes are. Now, it was getting out of hand about 10 years ago. And I was doing McKinney games down there. And I'm telling you, you go over to Justin Northwest or you go to Hebron or something like that, they were having 45-minute halftimes. Wow. It was ridiculous. And at some point, it gets kind of dangerous if you're going to take an hour off in between halves, you know,
right.
for players. They did make rulings on some things like that several years ago to kind of curb that, but, you know, even in the 2A, 3A level, some of these halftimes can go just a little bit too long.
Well, this one's been 28 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. You know, 28 is okay. I can understand 28, but, you know, some of those 45-minute halftimes were just a little bit too much. But the Howe Bulldogs are getting ready to come back out. They're trying to make their way towards the tunnel, finishing up their stretching and calisthenics and things like that, stretching. So it's going to, you know, one thing I don't understand, Michael, is it's allergy time for you, isn't it?
It's bad. It's been, I don't know, I've been like this since yesterday.
Well, one thing I don't understand about the stadium is how that, you know, how the lighting like this is.
You know,
you just wonder about the, you know, the UIL.
Right.
Have to intervene at some point.
I went to Anna last night and watched my nephew play, and I was telling Stephen, the coyote head right in the middle of the field was a dark spot. I mean, there was absolutely no light shining on it. This whole field's like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a shaded. I thought I had my sunglasses on.
Yeah, it's like the eclipse.
Right. It's strange. This is really strange.
Well, here come the Howe Bulldogs. Not showing the signs of life that they had before the game. Obviously down 43-6 at the half. It's going to be a little different. Muenster, however, is rocking that tunnel a little bit. They are having some fun, as you would expect, with a big lead here at the half. And it's been all Muenster. A couple of great things, or a couple of exciting moments for Howe took place on a goal line stand when Cameron Blesside made a great play at the 1-yard line. But unfortunately, a couple of plays later, Cohealy fumbled the ball. It was recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. So it was kind of negated. The great goal line stand was kind of negated a couple of plays later. And, you know, Muenster comes out. They are not as enthused as you would think. They were in the tunnel, but it must have left once they hit the dark spot.
Yeah, they hit the dark spot. They just kind of went, well, we're good. I'm kind of curious, and I was going to ask, the 3 on the side of their helmets. I wonder what that's all about. Because every one of them they have a hornet on one side and a 3 on the other.
I can't tell you. There is, and I'm not even sure it's a 3. It could be some kind of a hornet emblem. I'm not. My eyes are not good. As a matter of fact, one of my color analysts back in McKinney called me Mr. Magoo, and that name has kind of stuck over the years. So Howe, to begin the game, won the toss and deferred. By the way, I know this is a Howe Enterprise broadcast, but if any of y'all check out the Van Alstyne leader this week, there's a kid named Jake Faubacher that was Athlete of the Week.
Athlete of the Week. Good job, Jake.
Leader. Thank you. Thank you to the fine, friendly folks at the Van Alstyne leader.
Good job, Jake. That's awesome.
So here's the kick to start the second half. It's going to be Trey McTaggart to do the kicking. And this one will be sent back towards the left side. It's going to be brought up by Andrew Griffin around the far side. And he lunges his way and plunges and barrels up to about the 33-yard line. And that's where the Howe Bulldogs will start going left to right.
You know, that we talk about Andrew a lot. Andrew's a good ball player. Andrew's a tough running back. He's not afraid to, to punish you. If you get in his way, he's going to run over you. Or he's going to give it, everything he's got.
Well, we've got 9:46 on the clock somehow. I think that might be 11:46.
Yeah.
And Howe's going to start at their own 34-yard line.
Guys, they started 10 minutes on this.
10 minutes?
Yeah, they started 10 minutes with the clock.
Huh. Okay. On the
first checking the rule book, it's been a while. I was like, it's 12 minutes and a quarter, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball spotted now after the run by Griffin to the 39-yard line.
Bring up second down and 5.
Nolan Bayer in on the stop for the Hornets.
So 9:20 and rolling right here.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I wonder if that was on purpose, yeah, or if that's
either that or the coaches agreed on something. That's apparently what happened. Is the coaches agreed to start at 10 minutes instead of 12. So it'll be second down and 5. Cohealy wants to throw over across the middle. It's going to be caught for a first down by Harvey at the 46. Spins out of a tackle to the 50-yard line. There's a flag down in the area of Cohealy. He had a
roughing the passer.
They're going to call roughing the passer there. Yeah. So it'll extend the pass play, which was caught by Harvey at about midfield is where he ended, and they'll tack on some yards to that.
Yeah, it looked like Harvey was maybe a little slow getting around.
First and 10 from the Hornet 35.
Yeah. So the ball at the 35-yard line, first and 10 left to right. Cohealy in the pistol, Griffin right behind him. Chase Barnett split out wide to the near side. This is going to be caught by Barnett, trying to make a move. Can't get that block from Mikey Heimel. And right there to make the tackle is Stevens along with
Max Hare. Max Hare. That's something I'm lacking is hair. That's how I can remember.
Barnett's catch goes for none as Heimel couldn't get that block out there to seal Hare.
See, that's how I can remember that one. That's a good one.
Second down and 10. Barnett split out wide right. Cohealy throws over the head of Harvey, who tipped it up, and it was almost intercepted. As Harvey went up as high as he could, got some fingers on it, but it went a little bit past him and hit the dirt right before a Muenster Hornet could grab it, and it'll be third down and 10 coming up from the 35-yard line of Muenster.
Looks like Griffin checked out. Austin Lee checked in.
Barnett again split out wide to the right. Chase Harvey split out wide to the left. Heimel, the slot to the right side, and Cohealy in the pistol. Austin Lee is going to get the hand running right up the middle, and he's going to gain 3, maybe 4 before he's pushed back, but gets forward progress up to the 33-yard line.
You know, Austin Lee's he's a good compliment to Andrew. They're both hard runners.
So again, the coaches agreed to start with 10 minutes on the clock instead of 12. So there's 7 minutes here starting this fourth down play. Clock rolling.
Guys, Kate Courtney has shoulder pads off, so has the uniform, jersey on, and pants, but does not have his shoulder pads. Looks like he's probably out for the rest of the game.
Fourth down and 7, or fourth down and 8 coming up. Cohealy wants to throw, rolling out Harvey's side, throws across the middle. It's almost intercepted, and then it is at the 21-yard line. And I believe that's McGrew on the far side all the way up to the 40-yard line. That is Parker McGrew at the 40 into Howe territory, and another interception by Cohealy as it was just a little bit high to his receiver.
Yeah, it sounded like there was a lot of excitement going on out here in front of us.
Well, in front of us is the Hornet fans, and they are excited. The ball spotted at midfield. And this is going to be McGrew wanting to throw. Rolling out right side, flag down, heaves it out of bounds. It couldn't find a receiver. Everybody was covered up.
Looked like we might have had holding back here in the back. Holding against the Hornets was holding Cameron Blesseye, Cody Walter Shied. God, I fall for it every time. I just want you to say it. Maybe I should have took you up on your offer when you said, "Hey, you want me to do that?" Nah, I got this. Well, guess what?
Well, they'll spot it at the 40, bring it back 10 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40. We are at 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Quick pass out to Hare. Brought down after a nice tackle. It's going to be a pretty good pickup of about 9 yards to the 49-yard line, but Barnett was right there to make the tackle immediately. Then 2nd down and 11 coming up for Muenster. They'll actually put it down at the 48-yard line, so an 8-yard gain. Parker McGrew throwing out right side. Slung down on the other side of the field by Winston Moss. And it'll be about a 4-yard pickup by Danny Lutmer on the pass. Maybe 1 yard. That's a knee hit pretty early. So his ball spotted at the 49-yard line on the other side of the field in Howe territory. McGrew wants to throw. Hammers it out to Hare, who makes the catch at the 35. Makes a guy miss at the 20. At the 15. Down at the 12-yard line.
Hunter Cheatham running down.
37-yard pass and catch from Parker McGrew to Hare. And another first down by Muenster as they're just kind of picking apart things right here. 4:41 on the clock. And this is going to be a handoff to Stevens over the right side. Good for a couple.
Tripped up by Andrew Griffin.
Brought down by number 11, Winston Moss.
Take him down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line.
Bring up 2nd down and 6.
So 4-yard gain with 4:20 on the clock. And here's McGrew, handoff left side, and that time it's the big fullback, and that's going to be Logan Pagel on the carry. Not enough to get in, getting closer to that end zone though.
Hit hard by J.C. Heppenstall.
And now there's a Muenster Hornet still down after that play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 6, I believe. I can't tell who the injured person is. Justin, you might.
Yeah, I believe that's 44 Logan Pagel.
Well, that was the ball carrier, and he was hit hard.
He was hit hard by J.C. Heppenstall.
So we have an injury timeout just for a moment. Again, don't want to speculate on any injuries. It appears he's getting up, and now he's going to be helped off to the side. Walking on his own, not being carried at all, but he's walking very slow. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3. No, it's 3rd and 3 with a chance to pick up a first down.
You know, they got some big guys over here at Muenster, and you know he's one of the bigger. He comes in at 195.
So let me get my bearings here. The ball's at the 6. It's 3rd down and 3 to pick up a first down at the 3. And Muenster now taking a little bit of time for the first time. McGrew in the gun, 2 men in the backfield, and he's going to hand off this time coming near side. Tripped up by Andrew Griffin, a nice shoestring tackle. And I think it's going to be no gain or maybe a loss of 1.
With Stetson McGrew in on the run.
So 4th. You're gonna have to mute that every time you.
I know. I'm just having a rough night. Sorry about that.
So 4th and 4 after a 1-yard loss. And they're going to try the field goal here. And again, this is Trey McTaggart. And it is up. And it appears the 25-yard field goal is good by Trey McTaggart. 3:07 left to go on the clock here in the third quarter. And they'll add 3 points. We'll be right back with more Howe Bulldog action.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Getting ready for the Tech Wave kickoff here as Muenster will be kicking from right to left. McTaggart will boot this one away. A high pooch kick, fair catch called for at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I couldn't get it.
It was Devin Porter.
Devin Porter made the catch. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of throws me off, him wearing that number 58.
So there's 3:07 on the clock for Howe here in the third quarter. Trailing 46-3, and they'll take the ball at their own 35-yard line. That was a 7-play, 35-yard drive for Muenster. It ended on a 25-yard field goal by McTaggart. And they extend their lead 46-6. Cole Healy hands off right up the middle, and that's Andrew Griffin close to the 40-yard line to the 39. Gain of about 4 on first down.
Griffin straight up the middle, tackled there by Nolan Byer.
Kobe Clement hit on the stop.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second down and 6 coming up for the Howe Bulldogs, moving left to right. Towards that big red M in the middle of the field. Of course, Muenster red and white. They do have the black trim around that M, as you know, everybody's going to black.
Everybody's going to black.
Everybody has tried to put black in their colors somehow, some way. And here is Cole Healy on the run up the middle. On the quarterback trap, he'll gain 2 to the 42-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play. Sets up a third down and short coming up for Howe. Close to midfield, about 7 yards away. I wonder how many others have asked Justin who he is since he's been back down there.
I don't know. I don't even see him now.
Go Healy. Handoff. Griffin right side, dragged down. Probably a loss. It's going to be a loss of 1, and it's 4th down shy of midfield by about 8 yards, so it's generally punting time, but they'll spot it back at the 43. So, yep, the punt team does come on, and we'll see if Hunter Cheatham can kick this off the middle of his foot. Stetson McGrew back to receive this punt, stands at about his 25-yard line. He'll be trying to race it towards that north end zone. Cheatham's punt is a high, deep kick, bounces right out of bounds at the 24-yard line. And that's where they'll set up shop.
At the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
Muenster with 1 minute left on the clock to start this drive here in the third quarter, leading 46-6 over Howe in these short quarters. Again, the coaches decided to start with 10 minutes on the clock instead of 12. We're going to cut about 4 minutes off of this. Go ahead, Justin.
Guys, it's kind of funny here. The chain gang, when Muenster gets on the field, they're getting a cardio workout here when they're running those chains, because when they have a long play, they've got to sprint down the other end of the field to get their chains in place.
Yeah, you're getting some exercise there. Leighton Elvington checks into the game at cornerback for Chase Barnett. This is going to be a handoff up the middle for a few yards. Andrew Griffin meets him hard at the 26-yard line.
Number 22, Cameron Blesseye.
A gain of 3, but it was a price to pay by Andrew Griffin.
Yeah, Andrew Griffin. He always brings the wood, boy. He's hard nonstop all the time.
He will take you to the woodshed, no question about it. 26-yard line, second down and about 7 coming up for the Muenster Hornets.
Yeah, they Munsters kind of just slowed their game down a little.
2 men in the backfield, and this is McGrew. He hands off left side, a big gaping hole, and a first down for the running back there, Colby Clement. And Clement, a 175-pound junior running back. And it's pretty easy to run for a first down in a hole that big.
Yeah, that was a big hole.
The ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line, and that was a 10-yard gain, and that is the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back on HoweEnterprise.com.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference of Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Michael, you've got some information. You were talking about that decal on the right side of the helmets for the Muenster Hornets. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we've got a little information here. That was representing a young man by the name of Cal York from Muenster. He was killed in a car accident over the summer.
So the team wearing...
It's a great tribute.
So we'll flip now and go left to right with 10 minutes on the clock, and this will be a handoff to Clement again, and he'll gain a couple of yards over the right tackle, maybe about 3 up to the 37-yard line.
Guys, I did some investigative reporting here. That number 3 on the side of the helmets is a young man, student athlete that was killed about a week before graduation this past year. His dad's the principal here at Muenster. He was a point guard on the basketball team. Wore number 3, so that is the 3 that is on the side of the helmet.
That is great. Muenster. That is great investigating reporting there, Mr. Justin White, and that is such a tragic event. And our prayers go out to his family and all the people here in Muenster. What a horrible thing to have happened to a community. I'm glad they're tributing. And here's a handoff left side. And that's going to be the new running back into the game for Muenster. We don't even have him on the roster.
Yeah, he's not even on there. Number 40. J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop. And again, we mentioned his name a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's definitely established himself as a pretty good little linebacker back there. Ball resting at the 42-yard line, and Muenster, who normally will snap the ball within 10 seconds or so, is taking a lot of time here in the fourth quarter between each play. Is trying to milk this clock. Here's a handoff right up the middle, and almost a first down run for the running back there. Again, all new backs, and that's Clement in for Muenster, but all new backs in for Muenster here.
Dyson Dillard and J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop.
McGrew is still in at quarterback, but he's one of the very few in the skill positions that are still out there. Stetson McGrew still in the game. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. But again, lots of players that generally don't get a lot of playing time are into the game right now. Hey, well, I know he plays, but your favorite player or the best one you've announced all night, Tom Davis.
Tom Davis.
Still in there at right tackle.
All right, Tom Davis. Do something exciting so I can call Tom Davis.
All the Walter Scheids, you got to love Tom Davis.
Right.
McGrew is going to hand off up the middle. And again, another pretty big run by Clement there across the 50 to the 47-yard line. From 146 to the other 47.
Gain of 7.
J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop.
I don't know why all night, I've had this, it sounds like Robbie Seagroves tonight. If Robbie Seagroves was a PA announcer, boy, I tell you what, he would be awesome.
He would. You think he could do it, though? He'd have to stop and shake everybody's hand 3 or 4 times first.
Yeah.
And hug everybody.
Yeah. Senator.
I still think he's running
Senator Seagrove.
I still think he's running for political office.
And off right side, I think that's Stetson McGrew coming from one side to the other. That's not Stetson McGrew. That's number 40, who we do not have a number for. And that'll be a loss of several in the backfield. Back to the 50-yard line.
Winston Moss in on the stop.
3rd down and long coming up for Muenster again, who's taking their time. We're at the 6:12 mark and rolling here in the 4th quarter, trying to get this one over. I mean, it's so fast I haven't even changed the quarter. And here's a handoff once again. And just a couple of yards for the Hornets.
Brett Hammer again on the carry.
Brett Hammer, what a great name.
Brett Hammer, and I bet you I won't mess that one up.
Well,
and that'll bring us 4th down for the Hornets.
At the 48-yard line, Brett Hammer, that's either a great fullback or a great attorney. I'm not sure.
Right. You notice Steven wrote that really big, so I couldn't mess that one up.
Yeah. 4th down and 4 coming up for Muenster as they are in punt formation. And guess who's going to punt? Parker McGrew.
I'm not sure that there's not anything he doesn't do.
5:21 on the clock. He gets away a really good punt. Near side, Andrew Griffin's going to watch it take a roll to the 11-yard line and roll dead right there. And that's where Howe will start with 5:07 on the clock. And the Dogs trying to make something out of this last 5 minutes.
What's scary about the Muenster Hornets is they got a lot of seniors, but they also have a lot of juniors, including that Parker McGrew, who's only a junior as the quarterback, and a team that's had, would you say, 6 out of the last 7 seasons of 10-plus wins?
Oh, yeah. They're just tremendous coaching over here.
They're loaded.
Brady Carney, just a outstanding program. But if you're, they had a big JV win last night as well. And this is going to be a handoff straight up the middle. Thought that might be Moreau, but it could be Andrew Griffin. And he'll gain 1, maybe 2.
By Bailey McCoy.
I think they'll give him 1 up to the 12-yard line.
No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Clock rolling at 4:48. And they do spot the ball back at the 11-yard line, so no gain. You'd think at some point, Howe's taking their time too. They're just trying to get out of here as well. 4:35 on the clock. Take some time. Go Healy in the pistol. Harvey split out wide to the near side. Man in motion is Heimel. And this time it's going to be a handoff. This time, look out, Andrew Griffin. He could be gone. 40, 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Kiss him goodbye. Andrew Griffin, 89 yards.
Great job, Andrew.
Right over left tackle, and then cut it up to the middle of the field. And Andrew's fast enough where he can be gone, and he was. The big fullback totes it 89 yards.
Great blocking by Jacob Howe. We mentioned Jacob earlier jumping off sides, but he made up for it a little there by great blocking.
So we'll put some more points on the board for Howe here. 6 right now, awaiting the Cali Vic PAT.
Actually, looks like we're going to go for it.
Okay, so 2-point conversion time for the Bulldogs. Cole Healy in the gun, and he wants to throw the fade route to Harvey, and it's going to be incomplete. Threw it right over his head. 46-12. Muenster in the lead with 4:10 left to go in the game. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Camilero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Our new score 46-12 with, it looks like 4:10 left to go in the game. Ty Harvey about to kick off here on the Tech Wave kickoff at the 40-yard line to be kicking it towards that north end zone. So Muenster, which will probably be their last possession, will be moving left to right.
Yeah, that good kick by Harvey. Yeah, he's going to kick it short.
And not a fair catch called for from the 25-yard line and making his way on the far side and
Stetson
finally
McGrew
knocked out of
on the
bounds.
return, taken out of bounds by number
It looks like it's going to be
Luis Chacon.
Luis Chacon ran him out of bounds.
1st and 10 for the Hornets.
So Muenster will start from their own 37-yard line.
Like Austin Lee's checked in for Andrew at linebacker.
Exactly 4 minutes on the clock here in the fourth.
Samuel Cherry's in at this cornerback position.
Tell you what, these dim lights over here, it almost makes you want to go to sleep.
Right. I promise I'm not going to sleep. I just can't breathe. I hate this time of year.
You look out there and it's just strange. It's a strange feeling out there.
Really dark.
And this will be a handoff right up the middle, maybe about 4 or 5 yards for the new running back into the game. Is that the hammer?
Colby
No,
Clement
it's
on
Colby
the run,
Clement
straight
on
up
the
the
carry.
middle.
And it'll be good for about 4 up to the 40-yard line.
J.C. Heppenstall and Samuel Cherry in on the stop.
You're going to sleep good tonight.
I hope so. Boy, I hope so.
Well, if anybody wants to see some really talented kids, tomorrow 10:30 over in Whitewright, the 5th and 6th grade will be playing the Tom Bean Tomcats.
The hammer.
The hammer.
There's the hammer.
And that we've just
Tackle
reverted to
number
calling it
34,
the hammer.
Austin Lee.
Up to the 41-yard
3rd down
line.
and 5.
Yeah.
Again, the 5th and 6th grade Bulldogs together as a team,
Remind all the high
when they
school
have been
students.
combined as a team, 5th and 6th grade, they have never lost a game.
That's awesome.
And they will be playing Tom Bean tomorrow. They have scored over 80 and given up nothing. And here's a handoff over right tackle. It's going to be close to a first down at about the 47-yard line.
Brought down by number 34,
Austin Lee and
That's the
Samuel
Munster
Cherry
Hornets. First down.
and Hunter Cheatham in on the stop.
Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Homecoming next week, Michael.
Homecoming
All
next
the
week.
kinds of festivities.
Yeah.
Quinlan coming in. Is it Quinlan Ford? Is it Quinlan?
I think it's Quinlan Ford. Let me look here.
I know they used to go by Quinlan Ford all the time. You kind of call him Quinlan these days, but
Yeah, let's see. Next week, I think they just call him Ford. Ford High School.
over
That
left
hammer
tackle
on the carry over the left side.
for
Tackled
about
by number 22,
a yard
hammer
right
to the
there,
left
close to
side.
midfield, up to about the 49-yard line.
We made that trip over there last year, and we were outside.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We had we've been outside several times now.
Right.
You know, I'd never done that until last year or 2 years ago.
Right, we did a playoff game outside. That was kind of cool. It's kind of cool that night, wasn't it? It's kind of cool.
I tell you
that
what,
night.
that's when I really miss the 5A games and those 5A schedules. is when we have to do a game outdoors. That is here's a handoff right side. Clement on the carry, first down to about the 40-yard line. Just chewing up time now, 48 seconds. Probably going to be the last play of the game. They'll spot it. We'll see what they do here. I don't know if
Probably nicer to have outside games in September than it is in November.
Absolutely. That is absolutely a fact. I don't know if they're going to snap it one more time here. 32 seconds on the clock. This will definitely be the last play. McGrew will take it and take a knee. And that, my friends, is the end of playing state-ranked teams in preseason in non-district. That is it. It has not been fun playing Gunter in Muenster. I'll tell you that for sure. Great team they have over here in Muenster, and we expect them to be playing for a very, very long time. Deep in December. What a great team they have, and Howe again going to have to lick their wounds here and see if they can muster up some momentum against Quinlan and Caddo Mills going into district play. We're going to take a quick timeout. Well, actually, we'll keep it here.
Yeah, this Muenster team is this team's all there. I look for them deep into November.
Well, they have a lot of everything you need, just about at every position. Really strong at quarterback, and the McGrew combination is really great. Stevens up the middle. They've got a lot of balance, and they do a lot of good things. So I expect, as you mentioned, they'll be playing deep in December, and who knows? Maybe we can do some Muenster games on down the road.
Yeah, we could do that.
Getting ready for the school song over in Howe. Not much celebrating with the fight song tonight, as the two teams will talk on the field. They'll shake hands. You normally don't see that.
Right.
Normally you see the two teams do their own thing. But tonight, these two teams will come together in prayer after tonight's football game right at the M at center court. What a moment. Turn that phone, Michael. What a moment that is for football teams to come together after a game. It was one-sided for sure, and it was all Muenster Hornets tonight. And when Muenster plays just about anybody, all Muenster Hornets.
We'll Howe go home and regroup. They'll get this done.
Yeah.
And it just, like you say, or like we said earlier, you'd rather it happen in week 3 than happen in week 8.
Well, Justin, if you're still down there, let's give us a synopsis of what your thoughts are.
Well, just what Michael was saying. You'd rather it happen now than later in the season. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but it may be kind of hard to, it still may be kind of hard to figure out if this team, what its identity is right now.
And Justin White, the sideline extraordinaire. This is and Michael Mosier, who's been sniffling a little bit.
Oh man, yeah, it's horrible.
Get well, my brother. We'll see you next week, and we'll be home for homecoming.
This has been a Grayson Publishing presentation.
Barrels over a defender into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football has been brought to you by Cavender Home Theater, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Carey's Coffee Company.
The Bulldog fans are on their feet. Both sides at full throat, 4th and 2.
Howe Bulldog football is also brought to you in part by Buck Snort Barbecue, Abby's Restaurant, Attorney Micah Belden, and the Howe Athletic Booster Club.